If you look away right now, you are going to get shaken out of the single biggest crypto opportunity this year. In the last 24 hours, all hell has broken loose on the global stage, and that's sending retail investors running for the hills, absolutely terrified. But while they're panic selling, the charts are painting a radically different picture.
See, this fear, this panic, it's exactly what the market needs. The charts are flashing a massive breakout signal for XRP, and what everyone else sees as a reason to sell is actually the fuel for the fire that's about to ignite a stealth bull run.
And here's the twist most people will never see coming. Historically, major global conflicts don't actually crash markets long-term. No, they do the opposite. They force the hand of central banks, making them pump trillions into the system. And by the end of this briefing, you will know the exact setup that is priming XRP for a major launch towards $2.
All right, so let's break this down. First up, Section 1, the anatomy of a panic. We have to understand what we're seeing, because this isn't just random chaos. It's a very predictable reaction, and frankly, it's one you can take advantage of.
This is what kicked it all off. The headlines started screaming about joint strikes on Iran. This singular event sent an absolute shockwave of fear ripping through every market you can think of, from stocks to gold to crypto.
And the immediate result? Well, it's the classic playbook, a massive wave of pure emotional fear-based selling from retail investors. Just look at this. While 95% of the market was hitting the sell button, the other 5%, yep, the big institutions, they were quietly buying it all up. This is a wealth transfer, plain and simple, happening in real time.
Which brings us perfectly to our second point, the contrarian signal. And here's the key idea you need to grasp. All this fear, this widespread panic in the streets, it is, without a doubt, the single most bullish signal you could ask for.
30. For 30 straight days, the crypto fear and greed index has been stuck, completely frozen in extreme fear. Now, historically, anytime you see this much pessimism for this long, especially when prices aren't crashing to new lows, it's a textbook flashing red sign that a major market bottom is in.
So you have this huge disconnect between what people feel and what the data shows. The crowd sees war, chaos, and impending crash, a reason to sell. But the charts, the cold, hard data, it's showing a historic bottom signal, beautiful higher-low structures forming in both Bitcoin and XRP, and a clear accumulation phase. It's two completely different realities.
And Bitcoin's price action is confirming all of this. It's holding that critical support around $65,800. But the key number to watch is 71,000. Think of a breakout above that level as the starting gun for the entire crypto market. When that happens, it's going to drag XRP right up with it.
Now, this leads to the real engine behind this whole move. Section 3, war and money printers. This is the hidden macroeconomic force that actually turns all this global fear into a massive crypto bull run.
Here's exactly how this flywheel works. Step 1, a geopolitical conflict erupts. Step 2, oil prices spike, and that puts immense pressure on financial liquidity. Step 3, this forces central banks into a corner where they have to intervene. And what does that mean? The Fed has to pivot, they slash rates, they turn the money printers back on full blast. All that new liquidity has to flow somewhere, right? It pours into assets like crypto that have been beaten down. And that is what ignites a massive V-shaped recovery.
So at this point, the question isn't if the Fed is going to pivot, it's just a matter of when. And I actually want to hear what you think about the timeline. Drop a comment in our latest community post right here on the channel, and let's get a discussion going.
And all of that, everything we've talked about, sets the stage perfectly for the main event. Section 4, XRP's path to $2. Now that the macro backdrop is clear, we have an actionable roadmap for this breakout.
But before we get into the exact price levels, I need you to understand this. If you are watching this without being subscribed to Crypto Global News, you are missing the critical alerts. You are flying blind, and you risk getting shaken out. So click that subscribe button right now to stay on the timeline. All right, the first major hurdle is $1.43. Think of this as the first wall we need to smash through. Breaking it is the first real sign that the bulls are back in control. Once we clear that, our next checkpoint is $1.51. This one's huge, because if we can flip this old ceiling into a new floor of support, that solidifies the momentum for the next massive leg up. And the final confirmation we're looking for, the big one, is a strong daily close above $1.67. A close above this level is the full technical green light. It means the runway is clear for our primary target.
And that target is $2. Look, this isn't some random number. The confluence of everything, the macro events, the Fed pivot, and this technical structure, it's all pointing directly at this valuation as the next logical stop for XRP. Finally, this all brings us to the conclusion, Section 5, the final squeeze. Let's quickly recap this entire setup and talk about the one last thing that's going to pour gasoline on this fire.
What we have here is, quite literally, a perfect storm. The macro bottom signal is confirmed. Check. The geopolitical catalyst is in play. Check. A central bank pivot is imminent. Check. And the technical breakout structure is primed and ready to explode. Double check.
Now, these pieces are falling into place in real time, and things are moving fast. To get these updates the second they happen, you need to be in my Telegram. Use the QR code on your screen right now, or hit the link in the description to join. Which leaves us with one last massive question. We know the institutional setup is primed, but what is the one retail-driven event that could be the final match that lights the fuse and triggers an absolutely explosive, face-melting short squeeze?
Well, the answer to that question is waiting for you in our next briefing. Just click the card you see on the screen right now to watch it. Oh, and for our viewers in the US, we've put together a special report just for you, and it's available exclusively through that link on the card. You're not going to want to miss it.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.